Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Uncanny X-Men issues 255 to 258. All these issues written by Chris Claremont, but I do have to say that the first issue has art by Mark Silvestri, while all the other issues have Jim Lee's work. So in the first issue, we're dealing with the attack of the Reavers on Muir Island. They're trying to finish off the mutant population there. So what happens is Freedom Force, accompanied by Forge, are sent in to try to save the day. And I have to say that the Reavers are pretty unstoppable. We're coming off the fact that they have just killed Sunder of the Morlocks. Lady Deathstrike, who is one of the Reavers, right off the bat almost kills Avalanche. And one really important thing that's going down during this story is that something's up with Legion. For example, we have this situation where we have Donald Pierce locked in battle against Stonewall, who's one of the members of Freedom Force. And for no reason, Legion just blasts Stonewall from behind and ends up killing him. And then later on in the same issue, we have this tremendously pivotal moment where Legion kills Destiny. This is a milestone moment in X-Men history where basically we're going to get the setup to the Age of Apocalypse. This is going to have a tremendous impact on the character of Mystique. And this is going to be felt up until 30 years later, during the Krakoan era, when Mystique was just hell-bent on trying to get Destiny resurrected. We actually get this really sad moment where we have Mystique reeling from the death of Destiny. We have the Reavers just basically tearing into Freedom Force. Mystique and Pyro are oh my god, we're gonna die. And we actually get this really heartfelt moment between both of these characters that really illustrates the friendship that both of these characters have to each other. When at the last moment, Forge, who has taken higher ground, starts picking off the Reavers with this insanely powerful sniper rifle. I'm pretty sure that he actually kills off the first Skullbuster in this story. So the Reavers end up retreating, while the mutants on Muir Island and Freedom Force are just counting their losses. Then we cut to the next issues that very oddly are a part of the Acts of Vengeance crossover. They just slapped that on the title because Loki does not appear in any of these issues. You do sort of have the motif of the Acts of Vengeance with the fact that here we have, it's not even the X-Men, it's just Wolverine having to deal with the Mandarin, who is obviously not normally a X-Men villain or a Wolverine villain. But the story itself is very much entrenched into what's going on with the X-Men side of the Marvel Universe. So the story actually starts off with Matsuo, who is the head of the Hand during this time, forging an alliance with the Mandarin. They're going to try to team up to take over the underworld of Hong Kong. And even as a token of goodwill towards the Mandarin, Matsuo actually offers his newest top-level assassin, who is a brainwashed Psylocke, who now they have trained to be the ultimate ninja assassin. Now, when you read this story, it's still not clear that Psylocke has somehow body swapped with someone else, or she's not Caucasian anymore and now she's Asian. Because later on in the story, Wolverine, when he has this first confrontation with Psylocke, he totally recognizes her as Psylocke. So that aside, what we get to see in this first issue is how they are basically brainwashing Psylocke, putting in all this mental programming and conditioning into her. And basically they're converting her into the Lady Mandarin. And they set her out to do her first couple attacks on the Hong Kong underworld to try to take it over. Now the interesting thing is that this will be the only time we get to see her use Mandarin's rings. So what happens is Matsuo gets wind that Patch has arrived to the city. He knows that he's the right-hand man to Tiger in Madripoor. So he actually tells Mandarin, look, I'm not sure if this guy's trying to move in on our territory. So they end up sending Psylocke to take him down. So previously with Wolverine, he was rescued by Jubilee from the Reavers back in Australia. They have arrived to Hong Kong, and Wolverine is still not recuperated from what had went down in that previous story. Also in the story, we still have Wolverine being followed around by these weird manifestations of Carol Danvers and Nick Fury. They're obviously like figments of Wolverine's imagination, but they just don't stop pestering him. So what happens is, obviously Wolverine's attacked by the Hand and Psylocke, and we get a pretty cool battle between Wolverine and Psylocke, but he's defeated. Obviously he's in a weakened state, so she had a leg up over him. That and Wolverine had no idea that Psylocke could manifest her powers in a new way with those psychic knives that basically if you get hit in the head with one, you're knocked out for good. So now what happens is Wolverine has been captured, and they're going to try to do the same brainwashing tricks that they did on Psylocke on Logan. And to add on top of this, we have Psylocke with her mental powers just trying to mind wipe him, so the Hand can have another ultimate assassin within their ranks. So we're going to leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.